Hi there, and welcome to Ivy League Counselor's Corner. On my mind today are teachers, and also Pride Month, and Pride by Bono, um, tribute to Martin Luther King. And I'm thinking in particular of two teachers, Mr. Richard Udice and Mrs. Jolly, my third grade teacher and my music teacher, my fifth and sixth grade music teacher, who put me in special chorus, not because I could sing, but because I loved to sing. And Mrs. Jolly was really big on stoking passions. And I remember this poor woman who was teaching this predominantly white group of privileged kids who just had no clue. And she would teach us songs about Native Americans, and she taught us a song. She taught us We Shall Overcome. And there was a day that she got really angry and she started yelling. And she stopped herself and she said, "I'm not trying to scare you. I yell because I'm passionate. And I need you to understand that this is important. And you need to have respect." And I remember thinking, what is going on with her? I remember thinking she was a little scary, but that this was really important and that I didn't get it. And I kind of get it now. Like this woman trying to teach this class of white kids this incredible song of hope and that came out of this battle that we didn't understand on any level, and it didn't even pierce our little crystal bubble. And here was this music teacher just trying to teach and share with us, and she was so intentional about it, and she was so wonderful in the gifts that she gave us. I have so many memories. At 46 years old, I can still remember all the words from these songs she taught us. These songs about empowerment and goodness and fairness and rightness. And there was one about waking up in the morning and singing as loudly as you could what a wonderful thing it is to be me and what a wonderful thing it is to be free. And I'm sure this woman must have just looked at all of us, and it must have been hard. It must have been really hard. And I think she would have loved Pride Month. And then there's Mr. Udice, who was a wonderful teacher, a loving teacher, a passionate teacher, a creative teacher. And he used to draw on our pages, our homework pages. He would draw different pictures, ballerinas and unicorns and magical things. And he just taught with such passion. And he lived with a man, and they had a flower shop together. And I just thought they were so awesome, and I loved them. And I didn't understand so many things back then, but I knew that they were good, and I knew that they were loving, and I knew that I knew that I was lucky to know them and to have him as my teacher. And that's what I'm thinking of today. All the teachers across this country and across the world, and how much they give and how intentional they often are with their significant contributions that maybe don't get seen until 20, 30 years later, and how unfair that is. And I guess, especially now after what they've had to go through with distance learning, and many, I think, are struggling with whether to stay in teaching and what to do this fall. And I know some really good ones who just have such big hearts, and this is really hard. These decisions are hard to make. But I think that they inspire each of us to find the parts of us that are teachers and to embrace them, and to nurture them, and to, in our own little corner, in whatever little piece we have, whatever pulpit or microphone or power we have, to be able to use that in a really powerful way and create more good. So I guess I'm thinking of Mrs. Jolly and Mr. Udice today, and all the teachers in the world, and all the teachers in each of us. And I guess that's all. If you want to see me try to sing some of Mrs. Jolly's songs, I might put those on here too. I'm not sure that I'm that brave, but anyway, thanks for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow. until the rest of the 100 days. Bye now.